Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria and today we're going to be talking about some anticipated releases for the rest of the year. So I've had this in my plan to do for a couple of months now, but Jess from Peace Love Books just did this video and I decided that I was still going to do it, but some of them might cross over and be the same because we do have similar reading tastes. So I will link her video down below. So you can go watch that if you want to see even more anticipated releases, because I'm sure not all of them are the same. But it happens, and I still wanted to do it because I like doing this video as a record for myself, and I also had a subscriber request this video for me to do, and I love taking subscriber requests of videos to do. So anyway, that being said, I am going to get into some releases that will be coming out for the rest of the year. So I'm only talking through December, through the end of December, through 2022. I read primarily indie romance, and a lot of indie authors don't share releases until like maybe 2-3 months before the book comes out, and sometimes even less than that. So I'm sure there will be others that come out, but for the most part I have quite a long list of books that will be coming out before the end of the year in September, October, November, and December. I'm gonna do my best to do these in order, but I did not write them down in order, which was like my bad, but I'm gonna try and do them in the order of which they're gonna come out. So the first one that I have is Unbroken Bonds by J. Bree. This is the last final book in the Bonds That Tie series by J. Bree, which is a paranormal reverse harem series that I love. I have read books 1 through 3, and I stopped after book 3, even though there was a crazy cliffhanger at the end of book 3, because I knew that the last book wasn't out yet, and I wanted to be able to fully marathon the rest of the series when the book came out. So I'm really excited for the last book in the series to come out and be able to like actually finish and marathon the entire rest of the series, because I love this series. I've loved the first 3 books, and I am so excited for the rest of the books and for her to finally bond with all of the guys, and I'm just excited. I love the series. That is actually the only one that I had written down in September. So in October we have the Madigan Mountain series, which is a series where 3 standalones, all by different authors, and they're the same authors that did the Hush Notes series. So Serena Bowen, Rebecca Yarros, and Devney Perry. I loved the Hush Notes series, and I'm really excited to read the Madigan Mountain series. So these are all snow sports romances. So the first one that comes out, I know that you can read them in whatever order that you want because they are all standalones. But the first one that comes out is A Little Too Late by Serena Bowen. This one comes out October 4th. I will get an arc of this, so I will be able to read it early. It sounds really good. I love the idea of the whole series. The second one, A Little Too Close, is by Rebecca Yarros. It comes out October 11th. And then A Little Too Wild by Devney Perry comes out October 16th. So I'm just all around excited. I think they're skiing and snowboarding romances, and I know that there's a second chance romance. I think there's a brother's best friend one. So I'm excited, and it just sounds really great. And I do think it follows siblings. So I think there's like 3 siblings, and that's why there's 3 books. So, and those are always my favorite series. Then I have Fractured Sky by Catherine Cowles. Comes out October 25th. This is Shiloh's book. It is the final book in her Tattered and Torn series, Shiloh and Ramsey. I am so excited. When I'm filming this video, Catherine Cowles actually does have another release. It's Shattered Sea. It comes out in September, but I have already read it, which is why I didn't include it. So Fractured Sky is the one that I'm super excited for. Ramsey and Shiloh. I've been wanting Shiloh's books since like book 1 when you found out what happened to her. So she just seems like a very silent character, and everything we've learned about Ramsey, he's such a silent character, and so I'm so interested to see how they're gonna work together and bond, and it's gonna be great, and I'm so excited. Then October 19th, Quarterback Sneak by Candy Steiner comes out. This one is a coach's daughter's romance, so it is a forbidden aspect, and it's Holden's book, and Holden is very much like focused on football in the other two books in the series, Blindside and Fair Catch, and in those books he's so focused on football he has 0 distractions, and so in this one Candy Steiner has said that it's like full hero falls first situation, and then with it being forbidden it just sounds like it's gonna be amazing. Like she is the only thing that distracts Holden from football, and it sounds great and I'm so excited about it. On October 6th, The Brawl by Will and Ash comes out, which is the next, if not last book in the Calamity Montana series. I love this series, and this book follows Kerrigan's sister, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's who this book follows, and I loved her in the other books, and I think it's a enemies to lovers book with the other teacher that she works with. That's what I'm gonna go with based off of what happened in the previous books, so I'm thinking that that's what it is. If that is right, that sounds great. We'll definitely be reading it as soon as possible because I'm a huge Devney Perry fan and I really loved this whole Calamity Montana series. Then I have on October 13th, both Shameless Puckboy by Eden Finley and Saxon James and Football Royalty by Eden Finley comes out. So Football Royalty is the son of the characters from Trick Play, which just sounds great. So I read a novella that was like the go-between between Trick Play and this one, where it like introduced the characters that are going to be in Football Royalty. So the main character, who is the son of the guy from Trick Play, they are the son of famous football players. So it's going to be really interesting. I believe he also is a football player, and he goes to a college that his dads are like not the college that his dads wanted him to go to. So it's a new adult romance. It's MM. It sounds great. I love Eden Finley, and I really loved the Fake Boyfriend series, so I'm excited to see the like next generation of the Fake Boyfriend series now. As for Shameless Puckboy, this is Oscar's book. Oscar was introduced in, I believe, actually book 2. I don't think he was in book 1. He was such a good character in Irresponsible Puckboy, so I'm really excited for him to get his romance, and it sounds great. Huge fan of the series, and I'm super excited for this book. Then I have on October 31st, we have Resting Witch Face by Juliet Cross, which is the next book in the Stay a Spell series. I'm a huge Stay a Spell fan, and I am so excited for Resting Witch Face. This is the one that I've been waiting for since the beginning, because I really thought that after book 1, I really thought that they would get a romance, but it's taken so long. But this is Jules and Ruben's book, I'm pretty sure, so I'm so excited. And October 31st is like the absolute perfect time for this book to come out. Paranormal romance, vampires, witches. Sounds fantastic. I'm so excited. It'll just be a continuation of spooky season, like after October's over. It's gonna be great. Sorry, there's cat hair flying everywhere. Then also on October 31st, Faith and the Dead End Devils by Catherine Moon comes out. This is the next book in the Sweetverse by Catherine Moon. So it's the Omegaverse series. It's the same series that has starts with Baby and the Late Night Howlers, and it has Bad Alpha in it, and it has Lola and the Millionaires in it. And this one is Faith's book, so it is the sister of the Omega from Bad Alpha, whose name I think is Adam. I believe, Adam. And so this is his sister who was captured, and I am really excited for her story. I really love this whole series. I just kicked my camera. I do that a lot. Oh my god. I'm just a whole mess today. But I'm really excited for her story. I really love this whole series. I haven't read a whole bunch of Omegaverse because the ones that I really like are Catherine Moon's Omegaverse. Like, I haven't found another series like the Sweetverse that I like as much, that gives like the same vibes. So if you have a recommendation that's similar to Catherine Moon's Sweetverse, please let me know, because I really would love to read more Omegaverse, but I don't like any other than Catherine Moon's. Anyway, I'm very excited about this book. It sounds great. It'll be a reverse harem Omegaverse romance with Faith, who has some trauma because she was kidnapped. So, sounds great. That is it for October, I believe. But in November, we have What Was Meant to Be by QB Tyler, comes out November 10th. I have not read a whole bunch of QB Tyler, but I really want to, so I really wanted to include this one on this list because I follow QB Tyler on Instagram and I really love all of her like teasers that she puts up for her books, and this one sounds really good. It's definitely forbidden and it does deal with cheating because the heroine is engaged when she falls in love with the hero, but that's okay. I also believe it's age gap because it's QB Tyler, but it sounds really good, and I do really want to get more into QB Tyler because the books that I have read from her I've really loved. Another one that I'm super excited for that's also like a forbidden dark romance is Wicked by Amo Jones, that comes out November 1st. This is Wicked's book, who is in the same world as Sicko, and Wicked is Sicko's like right-hand man in the motorcycle club, and I loved him in Sicko, so I'm so excited for him to get a book and for him to have a romance. He is just so cool in Sicko, so it's gonna be great. Another one in November is 3 Count by Nikki Castle. This is a MMA fighter romance, and I believe it is friends with benefits to lovers, if I remember correctly. And I loved 5 Rounds. I loved 5 Rounds. It was such a good romance. I also read 2 Fights, but I didn't love it as much, but I loved 5 Rounds, and I really want to read more from Nikki Castle because 5 Rounds I'm pretty sure was her debut, which is just so incredibly awesome. And I really want to continue with the series because she's so cool and I love an MMA book. Another one in November that I'm super excited for is Two Wrongs Make a Right by Chloe Leese. I want to read every book that Chloe Leese ever writes. I absolutely love her. I love her Bergman Brothers books. I love the mistletoe motive. So this is her first traditionally published book, I believe. And it just sounds so good. I'm sure it'll have some great chronic illness and disability representation in it because it is Chloe Leese. And I am 100% sure that I will love it. Then also in November on the 22nd, on the same day, Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake comes out. This is the second book to Delilah Green Doesn't Care, and this one is actually Delilah's stepsister that is getting married, that was supposed to get married in Delilah Green Doesn't Care. And I loved, one of my favorite things about Delilah Green Doesn't Care was the relationship between Delilah and Astrid, and how it how they became closer as like sisters. And so I'm really excited to see Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail and to see another sapphic romance because and how that goes, because in book 1, in Delilah Green Doesn't Care, Astrid is engaged to a man. So I am curious to see how her discovery of her sexuality goes. So that is actually, I believe, the last one in November. Then I have 3 more that are in December. One of them doesn't have a title yet. I don't know exactly when it's going to come out. I just know it's winter, and so I'm thinking December. But Claire Kingsley is writing a Christmas novella set in Tillicum, where the Bailey Brothers series takes place. And she hasn't had it released a title or a release date or anything. She just says that it's a Christmas novella, which makes me think it'll come out in December, and that it takes place in Tillicum surrounding the Bailey Brothers universe. So I'm gonna read that because I absolutely love the Bailey Brothers. Claire Kingsley is one of my favorite writers, so that's exciting. Another one in December that I'm super freaking pumped about is Anastasia by Sophie Lark. Sophie Lark is another one of my all-time favorite authors, and Anastasia seems so cool. The way that Sophie has talked about this book and how it has going and how the writing process is going sounds so cool. It just sounds like the most amazing journey of a book ever. The research that she has put into this book, she is such a dedicated and amazing author, and I'm so excited to read it. And then the last book that I have on my list is Timeless by Devney Perry, which comes out December 27th. This one is the novella that is in the Lark Cove series. And this one follows the other sister of the hero from book one. I can't remember his name. So the hero from book one has two sisters. One of the sisters gets her book in tinsel, and then the other sister never got a book, and she gets this novella called Timeless that is going to come out on December 27th. It was written as part of Devney Perry's Kickstarter for the Lark Cove series. And so people who ordered the Kickstarter have gotten the book already, but it doesn't release to the public until December 27th, and I'm definitely going to read it because I did read the rest of the Lark Cove series. I don't love the Lark Cove series, but I want to read all of Devney Perry's books, and so I'm definitely going to read it. But that is the last one that I had. Please let me know if you know of any others that I should be excited about that I forgot from this video. And also please let me know what you're most excited for coming out in the rest of the year. But that's going to be it for this video. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. But thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe so you can see more content from me. But other than that, I hope you have a great day. Bye!